In a world defined by division, she stood as a beacon of unity and strength. She was born into bondage, but destined for greatness. Buckle up for a ride through history as we uncover the life of Sojourner Truth, a true pioneer for civil rights and equality. Early life. Isabella Baumfree was born in Ulster County, New York in 1797. She was the youngest of 10 children, and she was sold into slavery at the age of 9. Truth was sold 3 times over the course of her life, and she experienced the brutality of slavery firsthand. In 1815, Truth married Thomas, another slave. They had 5 children together. In 1826, Truth escaped from slavery with her youngest child, Sophia. She traveled to New York City, where she found work as a domestic servant. Abolitionist. As an abolitionist, Truth fought for the end of slavery. She spoke about her own experiences as a slave, and she described the brutality and injustice of the system. Truth's speeches helped to raise awareness of the evils of slavery and to inspire people to join the abolitionist movement. Women's rights activist. Truth was also a strong advocate for women's rights. She believed that women deserved the same rights as men, including the right to vote. Truth spoke out against the laws and customs which discriminated against women, and she encouraged women to stand up for their rights. She was one of the first Black women to speak publicly about her experiences and to fight for equality and justice for all. Truth's work helped to lay the foundation for the civil rights and women's rights movements that we know today. In 1831, Truth sued her former master, John Dumont, for the return of her son, Peter. Dumont had sold Peter to another slave owner. After Truth escaped, Truth won the case and Peter was returned to her. This victory was a major turning point in Truth's life, and it inspired her to continue fighting for justice. In 1863, Truth met with President Abraham Lincoln to urge him to issue the Emancipation Proclamation, which would free all slaves in the Confederate States of America. Lincoln was impressed by Truth's passion and eloquence, and he is said to have been influenced by her meeting when he issued the Emancipation Proclamation later that year. "Am not I a woman?" speech. Sojourner Truth's speech is one of the most famous and powerful speeches in American history. It was delivered at the Women's Rights Convention in Akron, Ohio, in 1851. In this speech, Truth challenged the stereotype of Black women as being inferior to white women. She also argued that Black women deserve the same rights as white women, including the right to vote. Truth began her speech by addressing the audience as children. This was a deliberate choice, as it was a way of asserting her authority and wisdom. She then went on to describe her own experiences as a slave and a woman. She spoke about the physical and emotional abuse that she had endured, and she challenged the audience to imagine what it would be like to live in her shoes. Truth's speech was met with a standing ovation. It was a powerful and moving plea for justice and equality, and it helped to advance the women's rights movement. Impact of her work. Sojourner Truth's work had a significant impact on the civil rights and women's rights movements. Her speeches helped to raise awareness of these important issues and to inspire people to take action. Truth's work also helped to pave the way for the abolition of slavery and the passage of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. Truth's speeches helped to raise awareness of the brutality of slavery and the need for abolition. She often spoke about her own experiences as a slave, and she described the physical and emotional abuse that she and other slaves endured. Truth's speeches helped to dispel the myth that slavery was a benevolent institution, and they inspired many people to join the abolitionist movement. Truth's work helped to dispel the stereotype of Black people as being inferior to white people. She often spoke about the intelligence, strength, and resilience of Black people. Truth's work helped to challenge the racist beliefs that were prevalent in American society at the time. Her speeches and activism helped to raise awareness of these important issues and to build support for these amendments. Legacy. Truth was a powerful speaker and a fierce advocate for equality and justice for all. Her speeches were known for their eloquence and passion, and they inspired people all over the world to fight for a better future. Truth's legacy is still felt today. She is an inspiration to people all over the world who are fighting for justice and equality. Truth's legacy is a reminder that one person can make a difference. She showed us that it is possible to overcome even the most difficult challenges, and that we should never give up on our dreams for a better future.